Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Myers and I want to talk to you today about a tip for language learning. I often talk about the importance of journaling as part of language learning, and I was working with a client, I'm a language coach, a few weeks ago, and he was journaling in a way that I hadn't thought of before, and I wanted to share that with you. It was a great idea, and I think it had a lot of just really positive effects on his learning and a lot of great things to take away from it. So I want to first explain what he was doing and then talk a little bit about why I think what he was doing was pretty cool. What my friend Dave would do is he would sit down with his Turkish friend, and he's using a Turkish language helper, a young college student that he meets with regularly to learn Turkish. But what he would do is he would choose a topic, and he would first ask Mehmet to write about that topic. So, for example, he would say, "Tell me about your family," and then Mehmet would just journal and basically write out what he would say to tell someone about his family. Now, while he was journaling, this allowed Dave to really kind of enter into the process of creating the sentences, of choosing the words, of understanding how Mehmet uses, how he speaks about his family in Turkish, some of the expressions that they use, that he used, and how he would go about doing that. So he had this really good example of Mehmet using Turkish to tell about his family, and he would choose different topics each day. Now, later that day, after the lesson was over, Dave would then write a journal entry about his family. So now he's choosing to write about the same thing, the same topic. A lot of the vocabulary is going to be the same, but now he's going to write it about his family and his particular circumstances. And then the following day, or the next time he met with Mehmet, they would go through it again and correct any of the errors that he had made in writing, and talk about it. Now, the thing that I think is really cool about this, well, first and foremost, is it allows you to make a connection with a native speaker. You're going to be asking them to write about personal things about themselves, and you know, when you're a language learner, one of the struggles is that you don't get to go very deep with people, and a lot of your relationships for a long time feel, you know, just like small talk, because that's what you can do with the language. But by doing this, now you're asking someone to share their life with you, the things that are important with you. And there's a cool thing about that. I think that's an important part of learning the language, but also becoming more part of the culture and understanding the people. Now, the second thing is that it's giving you a really good model to look at, and it's giving you background knowledge rather than you just sitting down and writing what you think you would say to write about your family, for example. Now you've been given an example of that. So when you start to write, all of that stuff is up here, and it can help just prime the pump, so to speak. It also allows you to get, you know, when you're just journaling on your own, there's nothing authentic about that. Now, having a friend or a native speaker journal in this manner, of course, isn't completely authentic, but it's going to be more authentic language than what you would produce yourself. And so it gives you a real chance to hear some authentic language, whatever the language is you're learning, and to really, you know, to think about how they go about telling their stories and how they share information. Because the words is one thing, but there's also the cultural things of how we talk about these things, how we use formality and informality, all these things. So I think it was just a great idea. I'm excited to try it out, and I think it could be a great thing for all of you to try out as well. So I'd encourage you, have a native speaker do some journaling first with you, and then on your own, do journal about the same topic, and then go back to them and get it corrected. To add to that, of course, I think it's always a great idea to make audio recordings of these, to have your native speaker record them, to build up a collection of these recordings that you can just be listening to on the bus and elsewhere, but that's another topic. So try it out. I don't know what I call this type of journaling, but it's another type of journaling that may be another part of your language learning journey. So, blessings to you on your language learning journey, and have a great day.